Well, merry early Christmas, everybody. Look at how gorgeous the moon looks. This has gotta be one of the nicest looking maps because of all the beautiful lights. But if you missed it in the last update, we had, well, this brand new map and then a bunch of secret new units for spooky boys, including the Necromancer, the Banshee, I guess he's a little bit shy right now, Skeleton Giant, and then this, the Witch. And the Witch has some pretty crazy abilities, but honestly, I think the best unit of them all is the Present Elf. So the Present Elf throws this present and a random unit will pop up out of there. And it can be anything from a lowly hobbit all the way up to a super peasant. It seems like whoever did pop out of there is already dead. And the Ice Mage is actually pretty effective. Oh, here comes another present. Let's see, who pops up out of there? Who pops up out of the elf's present box? Oh, a lasso guy. Okay, that probably won't help you win. And look at this, man. I don't know how this is happening, but I'm pretty sure the Ice Mage accidentally froze this guy and he got lobbed up in the air. I don't know. But one of the other things that happened, and this is the main branch, not the beta branch, is check this out. There's a workshop. Now, I still personally advocate for Steam workshop support, and I realize this game is on Epic Games and all that. By the way, if you do buy on Epic Games, use code BaronVonGames, man. But check this out. So I can search for the most subscribers all time. And so we have everything from the battles that have been in the game for a while and the campaigns that have also been in for a while. Survived for 205 days and we got Call of Duty tabs. But now we have the new units. We've got like Odin, the Headless Horseman. That sounds pretty cool actually. The final boss. And what we're gonna be doing is seeing some of the user creations that the community comes up. But then here's the other thing. We've got factions. But one of the things I would like you to do is if you build something you want me to check it out, put like, you know, Odin / Baron or something like that. But look at this, Darth Vader. And we got Obi-Wan Kenobi. So it's like we have our own Star Wars faction finally. There's the Doom Slayer. Okay, I gotta get that guy. There's Thanos. Oh man, do you guys remember the Thanos mod from way back when? That's gotta be summer of 2019, maybe? I'm curious about what the final boss is, because I just feel like all this is why I advocate for Steam Workshop, because you're gonna find like it's just so much better than anything that they're gonna make. I'm sorry, but it's true. Oh my gosh, we've got Spider-Man and Slenderman in here, and this is kind of cool. You've also got today's top creations, but these are like the campaigns that have been what is this? Totally like a war simulator with a frog. These came out like 1 year ago, 9 months and 1 year. Is this really today's top creations? So this is cool. We have an SCP faction and perfect, a Star Wars faction. Oh my gosh, we got Chewbacca, Darth Vader. These are great. Okay, so this is Chewbacca. Ready? And he's got like an automatic shotgun. Darth Vader's holding his lightsaber. Funny. This guy looks like a crusader, but I mean, this is pretty impressive. That's supposed to be Darth Maul. I guess, yeah, actually, that's a decent attempt at it. That's Mandalorian and C-3PO. Well, I found some other really good creations from the workshop. Hello there. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is a pretty cool Darth Vader with an actual red saber, which I like. This is apparently Jango Fett, and he's much shorter than the rest of them, including this clone trooper who's massive. Luke Skywalker, nerd, holding his lightsaber wrong. That is, I think that's a stormtrooper. That's a pretty convincing looking Boba Fett. And apparently he's a big fan of Russian weapons. And we're gonna have them fight this SCP faction. We've got SCP-049, 087, 3231, 106, 939, 1000, and ooh, 096. Okay, so 096 should be the creepiest of them all. And I'm not familiar with some of them. Like, obviously I know 49, but okay, wow. Okay, 096 is like deflecting all kinds of projectiles. The Mandalorians here, wait, are there 3 Mandalorians? No, that's actually supposed to, oh, look at that. You don't really see it, but when you get close, that's weird. Is that a bug or a feature? I'm not entirely sure. And this clone trooper is firing lightning bolts. So needless to say, the SCPs are holding their own here. And honestly, I really like Boba Fett. Wait, Boba Fett, where? It's like, they're all just... Look at this. Wow. These SCPs are maybe a little bit too powerful, so we've got to figure out how to defeat them using the Star Wars faction. So let's start from the beginning, okay? We've got to deal with SCP-096 versus... Let's put out just like a ton of stormtroopers led by Boba Fett. Okay, so they're all using range, and you've got to get nice and close to see them in action. So let's see this in slow motion. Wait a minute. These clone troopers have an old German Luger, and they're firing firework arrows. And SCP-096 just cannot be bothered. Hold on. Oh no, this is gonna be bad as they turn on each other, and a bunch of them are gonna get hit with these like, oh my god, we broke the game. I guess there was... Look at 96. Okay, yeah, we've lost all audio. Needless to say, I'm sure there's gonna be patches in the future. He can deflect so many of them. All right, I don't think ranged fire is gonna be able to really defeat SCP-096. So, unfortunately, we'll probably have to bring in some Jedis with some lightsabers if we're gonna want to defeat him. Man, I remember making an SCP-96 mod a while ago, too. It's kind of fun. Now, like, you don't have to mod necessarily because we have the unit creator. Like, these are all the things we had to do. Oh, look at Boba Fett dropping his thermal detonators here, but he's getting eaten, and apparently, oh, 96 has, like, he's got the vampire ability. Okay, so we got to go back to the drawing board. Okay, so SCP, he's only 8,560, right? That seems... We're gonna bring in Obi-Wan and Darth Vader and Luke. We're gonna have 3 lightsabers. Boba Fett's gonna be here. Jango's gonna be here. And then I'm thinking we tried clones. Let's try stormtroopers this time. I don't want those firework arrows, although we did hit him with a little bit of them. So now we're firing lightning bolts. Oh no! Okay, we just lost Obi-Wan and Luke. It's gonna take a little while for them to get back up here, so Darth Vader's gonna have to hold the line using the dark powers of the Sith and apparently some really crazy uniforms. I don't know exactly why that is happening, but look at this, man. I think... Okay, Darth Vader, just start slapping him. Man, you are missing. You're supposed to bring balance to the Force, man. And... Oh no, Obi-Wan. Okay, here's the question of the day is who is your favorite Star Wars character? Because mine is between Obi-Wan and Boba Fett. Although Din, aka Mando, is really... Oh my gosh, we got Force powers. Really kind of growing on me because, I mean, I think we can all agree that Mandalorian, the TV show, is the best Star Wars content ever made. Although Rogue One is very high. Just knock him off, will you? Oh, that's why. Because he's trying to... take the life out of Darth Vader here. Ooh, that just looks very strange. That just looks very strange. Darth Vader looks like he's trying to just protect himself from being accosted here. Okay, I think we need some heavy artillery. Wait a minute. We do have victory. Okay, so, I mean, and everybody knows that clone troopers are better than stormtroopers anyway, right? So that seems to be the difference. But we have more SCPs. Now, we know 96. Now, I know 49 fairly well. Some of these ones are pretty new to me. Like, what is SCP-939 and 1000? This guy should battle Chewbacca. Well, what if we just had a lot of Mandalorians, right? Let's pretend that this isn't Jango Fett, but just like a lot of Mandalorians. Oh, great. All the SCPs have blocking abilities. However, 49 is not nearly as powerful as 96. So let's actually see how powerful 49 is against just like a bunch of squires. An even number of squires, because I want to tell if these units are kind of balanced, right? And by an even number, I don't mean an even quantifiable number, but a relatively even amount of gold. Okay, so 49's got like these gas grenades, which seem to poison everybody. And that makes sense, right? He's the plague doctor. But as soon as he drinks or sniffs his own plague-bearing green gas, he dies. So not the strongest. What about SCP-1000? He's only $830. So what are you, just... You know what? It's time to hit up the old SCP wiki. Oh my gosh, of course. SCP-1000 is Bigfoot. Duh. Let's see how good he is against a bunch of guys with swords. And you see, he needs to be bigger and much stronger and have a higher mass. Because if Bigfoots ever did exist, big feats, then I think this is probably what would have happened to them historically. Bunch of guys with armor and swordsmen like, there's a giant gorilla man out there. Let's kill him. And then, you know, gain the, you know, notoriety within town. Try to win yourself a princess. It's not looking good. Oh my gosh. 56,000? So this is 939 and he's supposed to be running on all fours and he's got like spikes on his back. So we could definitely work on that. Guys, I'm really looking forward to like some really, really impressive SCP factions out there. Oh god. Okay. How is this guy $56,000? There's no special abilities, but they're supposed to run in packs too. They're translucent red and glowing. I don't know. I think some of these guys need a little bit of work. Now, 106. This is like the corroded man, right? Oh man, he's like the dark peasant. He's essentially the dark peasant. He's got a little bit of a slower fire rate. He's hovering. He can't. Oh! Did he? Wait, did he die? Or, oh, he fell for a minute. It looked like he got knocked out. Oh, that's what's happening. He's trying to bite them. And he actually got a victory there. Okay. But he's also $6,500. So let's actually see them versus... We'll go with clone troopers. I'm going to just go with 3 to begin with, because I don't know how good he is against range fire. Oh, man. Look at this. A little one-on-one fight. You're shooting like a stormtrooper right here. You're supposed to be a clone trooper. Much better trained and, you know, based off of Django here. So maybe we're gonna need a couple more. Oh my gosh. It seems like the more enemies, the more SCP-106, like, the better he does. Causes corrosion effect in all solid matter he touches. I guess this is kind of corrosive to see people get evaporated by, you know, the spirits of black holes or something like that. All right, we're gonna send in a massive army. A massive army. Come on, 106. You can't repel firepower of this magnitude. You should get taken down, right? The corrosiveness? I think that's a decent ability to indicate the corrosiveness of SCP-106. Oh my gosh. This is so weird. But when you see them like this, they look awesome. Okay, SCP-106 is a beast. So this is SCP-323-1, and it's like a Wendigo, right? Or a Wendigo? Like, it's kind of based off of, you know, one of those cryptid tales that you've heard before. Now, I'm actually kind of curious to try them with musketeers. Now, he's only 130. Okay, we're gonna need more of these guys. So let's put in just a bunch. Now, they're the cheap fodder unit, right? So let's have them fight. I'm thinking Darth Vader. Darth Vader goes solo in against all these. Oh man, look at that. The Sith powers. Oh my god. Wait, and that's a red victory? Darth Vader just destroyed all of them? Okay. So this is interesting. This is SCP-087-B. And this is... What are you doing? Are you gonna generate random dark hallways? Like, cause you're technically an indie game, right? How is this gonna play out? Ha! You've met your match. Oh no, Darth is getting poisoned. He's blocking a bunch, but he eventually loses his ability to block. We need like Jedi Padawans, right? Okay. Well, we're gonna take the least experienced Jedi, which is Luke, and we're just gonna put a bunch of them in. All right, Luke. Oh, we got some jumping. So that way Darth should be able to... Oh my gosh. I can't. Is that what 087-B does? Let's see. You find yourself inside a set of randomly generated dark hallways and staircases with something lurking below you. And the only way you can go is deeper in the darkness. But SCP-087-B is like a video game, and SCP-087... It's all... a little bit confusing for someone who's just jumping into SCP. And I guess that's the question, where should I start? Now, one of the units in here is... I'm pretty sure we have the SCP guards. So let's see if SCP guards can stop this guy. Now, they all got those little Fabrique Nationale P90s. P90 rush. Do it. Oh man, they're gonna be... Yes! Wow. Here's an SCP-939. I think these guys are much better equipped to deal with the SCPs than, well, some random clone troopers and a mix of Jedis and Sith. Although I guess Anakin at one point was a Jedi, so. Even though in his Darth form he is Sith, he's more machine now than man. Twisted and evil. Yeah, let's see actually how the SCP guards do against our beloved clone troopers. Now we're gonna have 21 versus 21. All right, it's just gonna be a shootout. So they have a little bit better range. Oh wow, but I feel like these guys' fire rate. Okay, so because they have better range, they're able to just destroy them. Like we have like one, oh, we have one that went down and it almost looked like it was friendly fire from lightning. Okay, well, me clones, these guys look like some like medieval future soldiers carrying Russian weapons, because that's honestly what they are. All right, well, if we put one of every SCP in here, oh my god, this is gonna be nuts. How many guards will we need? We'll start out with 11 guards, an even number. Wait a minute, what? Why did they just start flipping over? This is bad. Look at SCP-1, it's just all golden. And SCP-001 is known as the Gate Guardian? Man, I don't even know the difference between a Euclid and a Keter class. There's so much to SCP, and it really just gets your imagination animation going. So I feel like with the gate guard here, it can be viewed as the overall protagonist of the SCP series. Interesting. Well, he's incredibly powerful. I think we're gonna need to bring in some help. Obi-Wan, Darth, Luke, and Boba Fett. Naturally, leading a bunch of SCP guards. And we gotta position our men wisely and arbitrarily at the same time, because we're gonna need to repel an incredible amount of firepower. Look at this. You can't even really keep track of what's going on. As soon as these guys start firing, there must be some SCP that has an effect on these guys, because before they did really well. Now they're just like squirreling their shots everywhere. Look at Darth, man, trying to block incoming stuff. I mean, I wonder how they would do just against the Gate Guardian, much less every other SCP in, at least in tabs. Oh my gosh, look at how many men are just spilling over. Look at them still firing as they're going. Oh, the physics-based effects of tabs. It's just, that's what it's all about. Look at these guys, man. It must be, is that 001 doing that? Or does one of them have some kind of an effect? Okay, so he can call in like a lightning bolt from above. He can pick them up and throw them. And he's got this fire sword, which has the ability to block projectiles, right? You know what we need to do then? I'm thinking what we need to do is bring in some Hwachas. I'm gonna bring in a lot of these Hwachas, some of these guys, and then we're gonna need a lot more help from, I'm thinking, clone troopers as well. I wanna see if these Hwachas can fire and hit him. All right, let's see. Shots are in the air. Oh, those are definitely getting some hits. Remember in old tabs when you could pin units down with Hwachas and arrows? I miss those days because I remember fighting like the super peasant and pinning him down with Hwacha fire and then killing it. Man, that's gotta be years ago now. Like literal 3-4 years? Unbelievable. Unbelievable how time flies. I remember the musket update and the Hwacha update were like these big events, and now look at this. We've got like a Christmas unit. People are making SCP factions and Star Wars factions. It's absolutely crazy. So anyway, Christmas has come early for us in this Totally Agri Battle Simulator, or Tabs Christmas update. 6 new secret units, and now it's like we can play as many different units and factions as we want with the whole workshop support. So let me know what factions we should make next, what factions you'd like to see in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.